Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. I'm with my brother Dan and we are just doing a little shooting. We're doing some experimental shooting. It's not too scientific at this point. It's just the start thinking about what we can develop. And what we're trying to develop, he's holding one now, is just a regular 12 gauge shotgun shell that's been reloaded. The powder has definitely been cut down and we have some BBs in it, the plastic airsoft BBs. There's about 20 to 21. What we're trying to develop is a non-lethal round that is not as expensive. There's so many, and I keep saying non-lethal. I shouldn't say that. What do you say?
Actually, be considered a less lethal. All your non-lethal rounds, whether it's the rubber slugs, rubber buckshot, it is a less lethal, not a non-lethal, because there's an opportunity or a situation where it can take a life.
So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to come up with a cheap way. Now, if you've got a conventional setting right now and you have the opportunity to use a less lethal round, use a manufactured round that's made by a commercial company. You don't want to get in trouble and you get in front of a judge or a jury and they say that you're using these experimental rounds. So just be on the safe side, go ahead and buy some. There's so many on the market, but they are very expensive. So what we're trying to do for our group is come up with a very cheap way in case we have to deal with people that are hungry, people that are starving, that have lost the ability to think right. Maybe someone coming over my gate to steal my food. I don't really want to shoot someone if I don't have to. But when you use these, make sure you have a lethal method. And a lot of times you might be able to get away with just a verbal command, a show of force. But if it goes farther than that, you might need something. Now these are very, very cheap, so you can make a lot of them. You got to be careful. Talk to us about maybe a specialized firearm or a clearly marked firearm, so we don't get a mistake of throwing a buckshot in with one of those.
One thing that law enforcement does is they'll have a designated shotgun for less lethal rounds. They normally have it in their trunk and it's painted. A lot of times, a lot of departments, a lot of our local departments, they're painted orange. That way when they pick that up, they know that anything that's in the tube, anything that's on the side saddle is a less lethal round.
That definitely helpful in case of an accident. In a panic, you grab a shotgun round.
Yes. Grab the wrong round, and then there's no chance for a less lethal option. You've loaded buckshot or slug in there and taken a life.
All right, let's go ahead and shoot a couple and just see how they do. All right, let's go see. Shooting at this first cardboard box, as you can clearly see, it definitely went through the wad. And then we have some hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So about 50% hit at this range. Pretty good pattern, about 10 inches by 12 inches across. So definitely would get someone's attention. Let's go ahead and look at the back. Definitely came through. There's where the wad came through. And then into the bank. All right, let's move back a little bit farther and shoot at that other target and see what we have. We do not know the, if these are going to be a lethal round. Probably not, but they are moving very quick. All right, one shot into the other box. Let's take a look at that. Wad hit very much at the top, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One on the corner is 13. So definitely if the wad hit up here, some of them definitely hit lower. Let's go ahead and throw a couple more in there and just pepper one of the boxes with about 2 rounds and see what happened. So our purpose here is to come up with a very, very, very cheap non-lethal round without having to go the commercial way. Go ahead and show them how you load that shotgun.
With just one round, or if you were changing from a slug or buckshot, I'm pulling one off, cupping it in my hand, placing it over the ejection port, and just dropping it in, leaving the gun a little high so that gravity will help drop it down, reaching under and chambering that round.
All right, let's go look at that. If you have any suggestions, if you might have experienced or experimented with this, we would love to know. Definitely splattered all over. The wads have gone through. Well, this is the start of our experiment. We got a lot more to do. Maybe try some very thin plywood, some clothing. If you guys have done this before and can speed us up, I would appreciate it a lot. Thanks for watching.